Happy Thursday. It's Jim, it's Amadeus, it's Sean, and we've got all kinds of fun stuff for you today. We got soccer, we've got world baseball, and we got college basketball tournaments. Guys, we got all kinds of scores going on there. What's happening in the Europa League?
Uh Sporting almost just went ahead 2-1.
They did go ahead 2-1.
Did they?
Yeah. I'm staring at it right now.
A score.
You text him. Yeah. I'll tell you what. My friend tomorrow. What a goal! Oh, that's a fantastic goal. Matt Turner's in goal, by the way, for Arsenal from New Jersey. My buddies are at the game because they went to the game Tuesday night in Chelsea and Wednesday in Tottenham because his kid is a Tottenham fan, and it's about 70 degrees there. And this has been a fantastic game. Hopefully for the rest of the tournament, Arsenal gets knocked out here because I think it would open up the tournament a little bit. I expect Arsenal to probably score another goal here at some point, and obviously we'll probably still the second leg there, but it's been fantastic. I mean, Union Berlin and Union Saint-Gilloise are playing in a driving snowstorm in Berlin. I mean, it's been snowing since the opening whistle. Just you can just see it coming down on the screen. It's not on the grass, but it's clearly snowing. Pretty cool. Good game there. Roma's up 1-0 against Sociedad. So just trying to watch all these games here. A lot of goals in the first half. Leverkusen's up 1-0 against Ferencváros, and then the other ones, your Larnaca is down 2-0 to West Ham. That was 2-0 at halftime. Anderlecht and Villarreal are 1-1. And the other game is 1-0 Nice against Sheriff. All first half goals, by the way. So if you took the first half over in every game, over half a goal, you went 7 for 7. So that's kind of interesting. Sometimes in these two-legged games, you don't get that. But once again, I think since they took out the the away goals, I think these teams just go for it now, and they just say, you know what, we might as well just try to go for it. And there's a goal against Union Saint-Gilloise, just scored against Union Berlin. Great goal. But it's just I got the setup here, so can't show it for too long there. But it's I actually like these days, to be honest. I know the Champions League games are better, quality games a lot of times, but I like these days because there's the 7 games at 1:45 or 12:45, and then there's the games at 3:00, and then next week it's going to be 1:45 and 4:00 because the clocks go forward. So here and not over there. So it's like next Thursday for basketball. When there's just games all the time. So
You gotta have 7 televisions.
Yeah, and it kind of sucks because they put all the better games at 12:45 today, and then the 3:00 ones are just kind of.
Yeah, Juventus Freiburg, United and Betis. I actually thought that game should have been an earlier game, to be honest, playing in Spain, but they put that late. Obviously, I don't think they want to put every game at early. They want to mix it up a little bit. It's in Manchester. They don't usually like to put those games in Manchester too early, but oh my God, Martinelli, what a bum. Basil's playing Slovan Bratislava, Fiorentina, Sivasspor, Ghent, Basak Sahir, Lech Poznan, and Djurgården. Once again, I think, the Champions League is the Champions League, and you can't say enough about it. But, I honestly think these games are more competitive sometimes and more entertaining because it's not the same stakes, obviously, and these teams are, clearly not as good defensively sometimes. So there's just these teams go out and go for goals. And hey, look, I mean, these guys playing for USG and Basel and Nice and Sheriff, they know if they go out and score 3 goals in a tie here, they might be getting a call from some Crystal Palace or Southampton or one of Nottingham Forest, because they sign everybody. So you might be getting a call here. So that's these games. These teams play hard. These players play hard, and they're really competitive and entertaining games. If you watch congratulations to Milan and your team there, but that game was a war crime.
I'm so shocked. And the worst part is they did nothing in the game.
I told you that I thought they were going to go through. I like them. I don't think Conte's the whole thing with Conte right now. It's a disaster. I mean, he's leaving at the end of the season. He just had this gallbladder out. He's been really sick. He clearly doesn't want to be there. I mean, if you saw like his quotes after the game, I mean, he knows he's going to be gone. So like, what's the point? Like, even if he gets 4th this year, it doesn't matter because he's not going to be there anyway. They're going to, bring in whoever. So like, what's the point? Like, I can't imagine he's going to end up staying the rest of the season, which is, bad news for Tottenham, but good news for Liverpool.
Hey, well, you know what? Kane might not even be there next year.
I don't think he will be. Oh, look at this. Oh, have some composure.
What just happened? Arsenal tied it.
Sporting at a 2v0 against the keeper.
Yeah, Arsenal just tied it.
Did they?
Yep.
Oh, Paulinho. So they went from 2. It went from 2.
I think it was Saka. I don't know. I'm watching. I see it on Bet365. So they already got the odds changed and everything. That's why I know. I have Roma.
It went right down
in my background.
It's not Saka. Maybe it is. Oh, that's a foul though.
Oh, they're reviewing it. Yeah, I see it now. They've suspended it. The odds were there for a few seconds, and now they're suspended it.
It was an own goal, but I think it's a foul. It came off the Japanese kid.
Tomiyasu?
Yeah. I think that's a foul. He pushed him in the back with his arm. I can't believe the referee's literally 3 feet from it. Oh, man, that's so unlucky. I think they're reviewing it, though, you said, right?
Yeah, they're reviewing the goal, and it looks like it's going to stand.
I can't, like, the referee is 5. The referee was literally 3 feet from the play. Like, it's so bad. The referee in this game has been atrocious, by the way. Like he gave a card to the wrong person.
Oh yeah, he gave it to Martinelli when it was supposed to go to Xhaka.
yeah.
And VAR even reviewed it and was like, yeah, no, you're good.
Yeah, they called it a goal.
Yeah, definitely. Usually the Europa League has some higher scoring games. Like you never see Union Berlin in like a 2-1 match. That's probably
usually that's a 1-0 game all the time. Yeah, look, I mean, I'll be like, I have the Roma Sociedad game on the one TV. I haven't even really been watching it because these other 2 games have been like just back and forth.
That's the one I'm watching. I got Roma, so I'm hoping. No, Roma. I'm hoping they pull this one out. They scored like in the first 2 minutes, and then that's it. It was on like a counterattack.
They've had about 50 chances since. But yeah,
give us some scores, boys. Did you
still 1-0 Leverkusen over Ferencváros, 70th minute. Roma 1-0, 68th minute. Sporting Arsenal is behind.
Something's happening in this Roma game.
What's that?
Something's happening in the Roma game. I can see it suspended.
Roma's.
Oh, might be a penalty. I just saw on my screen. The guy flopped at the box.
A dive or he's for real?
Oh, it looks like it's going to be a penalty.
I think
He just gave out a card.
That's going to be a penalty.
He's giving a card out to He's giving a card out for something else.
Yeah, I was going to say, what is that, at half? Like, it's like he ran all the way back.
And he gave 2 cards out. He gave a card out for somebody, and then he's running all the way back here. I think it's a.
Yeah, I don't think it's a penalty. No.
Laura kicked the guy. I think it is a penalty. It looks like it is.
Is it a penalty?
Yeah, I mean it's 100%. It's 100%. It should be.
No, I got no. I got nothing here.
He moved the ball away, and the guy took him down. They're saying it's outside the box.
But Union Berlin just tied it.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's a fantastic game. Playing in the snow. I mean, you see, I mean, the Sporting and Arsenal playing in 70 degrees in Lisbon, and these guys are playing in the middle of a snowstorm. It's a great goal, by the way. Oh, did they tie it?
You know what? Now it's being reviewed. A lot of reviews today, Sean. A lot of reviews going down.
A lot of use of tape.
I don't know what he's reviewing though.
Yeah, they took it away. What?
It never crossed the line. They're checking for a penalty though, a handball. Oh, yeah. It's a handball. 100% is a handball. It should be a penalty.
Well, they took the goal away.
He's going over to VAR to look.
But you might be right. They're gonna take the goal away because I guess it didn't cross the line, and then they're gonna. Yeah, it's a penalty. Oh my god.
100%. Yeah,
it is. So yeah, you're right. They took it away just to award a penalty. This is wild. Some wild games here.
Yeah. It's so now they got a penalty. So the overs going crazy in these games. Anderlecht still 1-1 with Villarreal in the Conference League. West Ham 2-0 against Larnaca. Really big for them because they can come home and I think they can kind of play. I forget who they play on the weekend. West Ham plays Aston Villa on Sunday. So I actually like Aston Villa a little bit. I gave that out on Monday night because it's not. I mean, West Ham is actually playing some starters here, so I mean that's not an easy trip. Oh, he saved the penalty. Oh, the rebound scored. It's not an easy trip to Larnaca and then back to London. So they're gonna play the early game on Sunday, but I think Aston Villa has a pretty good chance there in that game. So my guy Fraggles can't decide who he should root for here.
He's got choices.
Wow, the St. John's just forced overtime with Marquette.
Oh,
wild game there too.
St. John's and Marquette.
Yeah, for college basketball.
Yeah,
just forced overtime.
That's St. John's and Marquette. That is a Big East game.
Yeah, St. John's was leading for most of the game too, and then Marquette stormed back in the second half. And they took the lead late, and now they coughed it up, and we're going over.
They still play at the Garden, Sean?
Yeah, they're playing at Madison Square Garden.
Okay. I didn't know. I mean, they've held every tournament there. I thought since they started. Yeah,
still being played there.
That used to be a great tournament to go to. I'm sure it still is. Boeheim decided to retire after 70 years as coach of Syracuse.
Yeah, like can you imagine that? You've had the same guy for almost 50 years, and then one day you come into work and you're like, we need to hire a new coach. You don't even have a department for that anymore. Like, good luck.
It's like, yeah. Does anybody know that Syracuse Hasn't had a coaching change in a while. That's like talk about stability. That's like the Steelers having 3 coaches since 1969.
Yeah, and like that's the thing, right? Like when it's like that long, like over
Talk
20
about job
years,
security. Yeah.
it's literally like it's been the same routine year after year, and now all of a sudden we haven't hired a coach in half a century. Well, we got to hire a new coach.
Talk to the athletic director. He's hired 4 football coaches. He should be able to know how to hire coaches.
Hey,
What's going on there, Sean?
It's Arsenal's plus 200 to win this game with 25 minutes to go.
Wow.
Ooh,
Union Singh Gilwa just scored.
that's man 3.
What a game this is, man. Oh, Sporting right now. Sporting is plus 460, which is I think. I mean, it's crazy. The draw is minus 125. There's 100%. I mean, I think there's going to be another goal in this game. Like, I don't know how the ball was all the way at the other end for Berlin.
They're reviewing the USG goal now. Another VAR.
Oh my God!
Another VAR stoppage.
That's a great goal, man. Oh, he skinned that guy, man. I don't know what they're reviewing. That's 100% a goal. What a goal that is, man. Oh, man. You got it. This guy Boniface is having a monster game, by the way.
Yeah, he's one of those guys that you said he's trying to get a deal at Crystal Palace next year.
That's right. I don't know if you could see this goal was he played the ball, he headed it in, and the guy he skinned the center back. And just what a goal that is. It's a fantastic goal. He absolutely skinned the center back. Oh, man. I'll be honest. I mean, look, I hope the Manchester United game is like this later. I don't.
Yeah, you want a nice 5-2.
I don't mind games like this. Yeah, 5-2, 5-3. I don't care.
Well, you said that many times.
Yeah,
that's the fun.
Yeah, you know what? Like, people get mad about giving up goals, but if you're scoring 4 goals, like, that game, the PSG game on the weekend, if you're scoring 4 goals, it doesn't really matter if you're giving up 2. Now, when you go into play Bayern Munich and you're giving up, you can't give up any goals. But, that's where it was interesting because when you saw who they were bringing in off the bench, it was interesting. Here we go. Carthurst up front. United won't score more than 1. This is Fraggles here. This is Paul. He wanted the link from the group chat. He's very excited about his Aston Villa this weekend. He's a little nervous because he said, one of their better players is out. But I think West Ham here, playing in Cyprus and then having to, fly all the way home and then play in that early game. I think Aston Villa is a pretty interesting play for that game. I don't know what you think about that. I know they got a tough game against your Larnaca here. So
it's not even tough. They're not even Larnaca's not even putting up a fight. It might be the end of the line for them, Sean. Disappointing. It was a good run.
Yeah.
Started in Champions League qualifiers, I think.
Thank you there. Thank you, Fraggles. Look, today with United, I'm a little bit – I don't understand why he's playing the same lineup that he played on Sunday.
Well, by the looks of it, he's got Rashford at the striking position, and then Weghorst is more of like a center forward, I guess.
I guess. I don't understand. You got this game on the weekend. You got Southampton. You got to win that game. You got to win your Premier League games. I just think to rotate a little bit. Like,
I think what it is they got blown out 7-0 in their last match, absolutely embarrassed, and I think they're trying to get some of that momentum back by just kicking the teeth in of Real Betis here, and they might even be trying to end the tie in this first leg, right? Just go out there, win it 3-0, something like that, and then you don't need to try too hard in Spain. next round.
I think, I don't know. Maybe on the weekend you play Garnacho or something like this. He seems to be, he plays Weghorst all the time. It's going to be interesting to see how they line up. I thought it was a mistake not having Rashford out there against Trent, but we'll see how it is. But 6'6" and can't head. He's being carried. I'm sick of seeing him. I agree, 100%.
I thought it was bad when you guys got him.
And he's tapping the sign. He's a Liverpool fan, man. Get the bin. I just, I don't know. I think, you could play with 3 across the front. I think you could play with Rashford, Garnacho, and Martial being hurt is killing them at this point. Like they really, really need Anthony Martial back. But play that and play Palestri or I don't know, play Sancho or something like this. Sancho's slow anyway too, or play Anthony. Play 3 across the front and then play 3 midfielders, Bruno, Fred, and Casemiro. I think you could do that. They're kind of in love with this 4-2-3-1.
I know they never change it.
Weghorst dropping back.
Never change it.
Yeah, I know. It's Weghorst central, Sancho left, Anthony right. Yeah, or Garnacho left.
Well, that's what I always said to you. You could take Weghorst right out of there if you really want to keep. If they're so set on this 4-2-3-1, right? You set up Rashford in the striking position. You get Anthony on the right. You got the Garnacho speed on the left, and then
but Bruno.
Yeah, Bruno in the middle, and then you got Casemiro. Obviously, Christian Eriksen would be the other guy there, but Fred's a fine. Even McTominay's.
That's the thing. When they get Eriksen back, I think God hoping after the international break here, they just got to get to this international break. I mean, there's you got this game today, you got the Southampton on the weekend, you got the Betis game Thursday, and then you got the game against Fulham in the FA Cup next weekend, and then you got 2 weeks, before you play Newcastle, and then what they got to do is Ten Hag has to, or Alex Ferguson has to be like, listen, you're all injured, you're out, you're not flying to South America for some dog and pony show against Japan or whoever the hell Brazil's playing, or Garnacho's called up now,
no birthdays.
Yeah, look,
you're all injured. You're going to be sick that day. You have a hurt finger.
Yeah, like Rashford, this guy, what's his name? That donkey that coaches England, he doesn't like Rashford anyway. So
Southgate?
Yeah, man, he doesn't even need to be in these games.
He doesn't like Phil Foden, who's like arguably one of their better players.
Just sit out, rest.
Take a day off.
Yeah, these international breaks, man. I mean, it's for what is it for? Euro qualifying?
No, isn't it UEFA Nations Leagues coming up in March?
Yeah.
No, that's in the summer in June. The finals are in June.
I thought there was something in but I thought they were starting the groups.
Was it CONCACAF?
I think it's the Euro. I thought it was the Euro qualifying. Because the Euro 2024 is next year.
Sociedad almost tied it.
What is this?
I'm keeping my eye on the basketball game for you. Marquette is up 66-63 with a minute 56 in overtime over St. John's. And Iowa State leads Baylor by 10, 70-60 with 3 minutes and 40 seconds left to go in the Big 12 tournament. And Rutgers beat Michigan 62-50. Big 10 and Miami 74-72 over Wake. And that's the 1 and 9. Miami the 1, Wake the 9 in the ACC.
This Argentina plays Panama, so it's not even a real game. There's no need to go anywhere. It's not even a real game. Japan's playing Uruguay. I was close. Korea Republic's playing Colombia. Saudi Arabia is playing Venezuela. Like Germany's playing Peru. These are it's absolutely ridiculous. On the 28th, Argentina's playing Curacao. Come on, man. I can't be bothered with that stuff. So
their development team could win that.
Yeah, I just I have a problem with that. Just send whoever, send the kids, man. It doesn't, we'll see.
Send the children.
Yeah,
looks like Leverkusen took a 2-0 lead.
Yeah, that tie's probably close to being over.
Yeah.
Late goal there. Yeah, 85th minute, 86th minute here. Anderlecht still 1-1 with Villarreal. Nice still 1-0 in Sheriff. I guess there's been no overthrow of the government. Larnaca is still down 2-0. So, and then obviously the other game was Tuesday. AZ Alkmaar beat Lazio 2-1 in the Stadio Olimpico. So,
where Roma is currently holding down the fort against Sociedad.
Oh, my man Diggs, BTW7. What's up, G? What do you have any thoughts on these late games here?
What, the 3:00 ones?
Yeah.
I mean,
Juventus minus 182 in that game.
They were minus 150 yesterday.
I don't understand, to be honest.
Steamed.
I don't understand. I don't know.
Why would they be that?
Because it's just, I think it's still their name. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know how many people have a lot of faith in Freiburg here. I mean, they're a good team, though. I'm going to say what? Freiburg is a good team. They're not going to just go. I mean, they're going to go there and go for it. I mean, you look at the table in Germany there, Freiburg is still, they're even with Leipzig for the final Champions League spot. They're in 5th with 42 points, but and they're 3 points out of 3rd here, so they're right in the middle of a Champions League battle. They're a good team. So,
something happened.
Yep.
What happened?
Roma just tacked on a second goal.
There you go.
Which is now being reviewed. What else is new?
Manchester United minus 400. I don't understand that, to be honest.
What, today?
Yeah, minus 400.
That was minus 250 like this morning.
Minus 400.
Like 2 hours ago. It's because they saw the lineup, because you guys are going like full paddling today.
Oh, that's a good goal.
You think that's the fact that they lost the other day? That's why they're rolling out the guns?
I think so. I mean, he wants to, kind of,
reestablish
taste, I guess. I mean, I would rotate a little bit. I mean, to be honest, but he knows better than I do. I can't look. I mean, the guy's won 32 of the last 34 games they've played, so or whatever. He's only lost 2 of 34 or something like that because they've had some draws. So I'm not gonna
argue with him.
Yeah, after the fact, if that's a very good goal. Nobody picked up the guy at the far post on the head.
He came flying in.
It's a bullet header too. I know. Yeah, they're. You know what? I'll tell you. They scare me a little bit in this tournament because of Mourinho.
Yeah. Well, didn't they win the Conference League last year?
Into this? Yeah.
So this is they have the experience behind them too, and they were a worse team last year. They made a lot of moves in the summer to get better. If
they're not terrible. Yeah, Manchester United is now minus 385. It just moved. Sevilla's minus 118 against Fenerbahce.
See, this is what I was talking about earlier when I said the 12:45 games were better. Like I don't want to bet Sevilla. I don't know what they are. They win some games 4-0, and then they lose other games 4-0.
Very good in this, but they're not very good. And then Shakhtar Donetsk is
like
plus 250.
They don't even have a home advantage.
I know. Feyenoord's plus 110 there, which is crazy.
And they're leading the Dutch league right now. So like that's one where Feyenoord could go home and destroy them. But Shakhtar, they've been good in this competition. And I think, is the Ukrainian domestic league still paused? Because I know they started it before the World Cup, but I don't think they've come back yet. So if that's the case, Shakhtar is not focused on anything else other than these matches.
Yep. And the other 4 games are in the Conference League. Ghent is plus 105 against Basak Sahir, who's plus 310. Basel
maybe Moldova is getting taken over today because Sheriff just tied the game and they took the goal away for offside.
Maybe rioting
in like the 86th minute. Yeah, definitely going to be some uproars for sure.
Fiorentina minus 480 against Sivasspor plus 1375.
They're another team that has been playing well all of a sudden.
Fiorentina?
Yeah. I told you guys to smash them against my AC Milan, and they won as plus 180, 2-1.
And then Lech Poznan is minus 118 at home against Djurgårdens.
Yeah, see, that's another one where it's like even in the Conference League, the West Ham was at 12:45. I would even say Anderlecht Villarreal is a pretty good match. That one was at 12:45. I mean, Sheriff and Nice isn't terrible either. But it looks like West Ham just parked the bus in the second half. There's been nothing in that game.
Yeah, they let me see what he did. Let's see maybe if he took some subs off. If he was smart, he probably would have made some subs at halftime. It looks like he took off Antonio and Benrahma in the 60th and Declan Rice in the 60th minute. So they played 60 and then took everybody off, and then he's made 5 subs here. So it's probably about right. They took the 2-goal lead.
He took Declan Rice off. I thought Rice didn't start.
No, he started.
Oh, did he start? I thought I saw him on the sub list for some reason.
He took him. He took off all 5 of the attacking players. Antonio. He left all the defenders on. He took off all 5 attacking players.
Okay, that's
so get him some rest for the weekend.
This Union Berlin match, 3-3
for the time being.
Yeah, they're reviewing the goal again. Like FAR has gotten their hands dirty today, that's for sure.
What are they reviewing? It's a late goal too. 89th minute.
Yeah. It might have just saved them going into Belgium for the next one.
It's a great goal. I don't know what they're reviewing. There's nothing to review. It came off the defender.
Yeah, it looks like Iowa State's going to upset Baylor too in the college basketball.
Oh.
Wow.
Crappy Baylor.
Diggs, you got any of the basketball going here? What do you got, man? What do you got? I don't know. Fraggles is not watching any basketball at home. Paul likes to drink a lot of the American IPAs. We got to try to find him a way. I don't know if you're still watching. We got to try to find him a way to get him some IPAs shipped over there to England. So the shipping is like crazy.
Oh, I think there's an injury in the Union Berlin one.
Yeah, the guy that scored the goal got hit on the head.
Yeah, that's why it's suspended. I think the goal is going to count then. Yeah, it definitely counts.
I'll tell you what. I mean, that'll be. I can't wait to watch that game next week. Hopefully, it's an early. I don't know. I mean, maybe it's an early game. Maybe they switch it to late. Who knows? I don't know what time the Time is a United game next week.
I think they flip them, don't they? Like all of these ones will be at 3 next week, and then all
the people play in the early, play in the late the next week.
Yeah. So I guess that's why all the good games were at 12:45 today, because they wanted the second leg to have the good games at night. Because look at some of these ties: 2-2 with Arsenal, 3-3 with Union Berlin. It's only really Roma and Leverkusen have the big advantage, but I mean, Roma's not great on the road. I could see them pissing that away.
True.
Oh, there could be another goal in this.
The Berlin one?
Yeah,
The Union Derby?
6 minutes added.
The Union Derby, even though they're not in the same league, domestic league, it's the Union Derby.
Yeah, it'll be, I think it's going to be pretty interesting. They don't have the sometimes I guess the wait to put the lines up for next week. Sometimes they already put them up. They already have the Champions League lines up for next week. Of course. With those, I think Porto and Inter are basically both plus 170.
That's another one like Tottenham and AC Milan. It's the same team.
Yep,
just the same team playing each other. 1-0 Porto in that.
That's the thing. I think they got these they got these ties. I thought that when they had these ties, obviously PSG and Munich was heavyweights, but these other ties, it gave chances for all these teams. Tottenham had a chance. Obviously, they blew it. AC Milan had a chance. Porto and Inter both have a chance. Napoli and Eintracht Frankfurt had a chance. Obviously, Napoli's probably going to go through, but
Benfica and Club Brugge, even though Benfica looks like they're on another level right now.
Yeah. Look, I mean, they're. I'll tell you what. I mean,
Enzo who?
Exactly. Benfica's still plus 2,000 to win the tournament. To be honest, I think I may throw maybe throw a couple, but I don't think they will win it. But who knows?
One thing's for sure, they're ruthless in this tournament. Like we saw it 2 days ago, and we saw it basically. If you had followed them throughout the entire Champions League qualifiers, it was like they had a 3-1 lead on the road from the first leg in Michelin, and then they come out and destroy them 4-1 at home still.
Yep. Yeah, and that's exactly what they did yesterday.
Quick score for you, Marquette beat St. John 72-70.
Close one. 8 was way too many points in that one.
Manchester City's now plus 200, and Bayern is plus 250 to win this tournament.
My God.
Yeah, I think Bayern's a little overvalued. Like, obviously you knew that was going to happen when they kicked PSG out, but they're not a good team. Like, I'm sorry. I have this thing about teams with bad defense in any sport. Basketball, hockey, football, they don't go very deep into these playoffs. It doesn't happen.
Yep.
So
Napoli 600, Real Madrid 600, Chelsea plus 1,000, Benfica plus 2,000, AC Milan plus 2,500.
They may have squeaked by PSG, but like they'll run into a team eventually. Maybe it's Man City, maybe it's Benfica. But they're gonna run into a team that can score goals, and they're not gonna have trouble scoring on them.
I want to see City and Bayern matched up in this round, because I want to see some of these other teams matched up. I'd like to see, Benfica play Porto, and I mean that'd be fantastic if Porto get through, or AC Milan play Inter Milan if they get I'd like to see those, because instead of having City play Inter, when you have this, have some teams where you say, maybe we could get through with a little luck and we're in a semi, and if you're in a semifinal, you got a chance to make a final. So you had Roma in the final in 2018, or in the semifinal, like a little bit kind of fluky. There's some teams there. I hope they keep, City and Munich together, maybe Napoli and Real Madrid or
Well,
Real
that's another one, man.
Real Madrid and Chelsea again.
I totally forgot about Napoli, maybe the best team in Europe.
Yeah,
Could, that's another one. They could tear Bayern apart too, that defense.
Yeah, Napoli is I still think Napoli has a chance to get to a final. I think they'll be in a semi. It just depends who they match up with.
Well, think about it. The league is won. They got kicked out of the Coppa Italia. So they're looking at it like, this is a league and Champions League title year for us. And then teams are coming in for Osimhen and all your other guys there.
Pittsburgh started well against Duke. Down 11-0 after 3 minutes. Arsenal 2-2 final.
Yep, looks like 3-3 in that other one. Villarreal finished 1-1.
Yep.
Looks like Nice gets the win 1-0.
Yep. West Ham 2-0 final. 3-3, 2-2, 2-0, 2-0, 2-0, 1-1, and 1-0. So goals in every game. Nice, I mean, that's a huge job by Nice going on the road to soon to be Russia and getting a win against Sheriff. Sheriff, they've been really good for the last 2 years in these tournaments. Obviously they beat Real Madrid last year, who ended up going on to win the tournament. So they've been very, very good. So that's a big win for Nice there. French team, Sir Jim Radcliffe, where he's talking about how Nice hasn't done anything.
They're surging. They're a hot team for sure.
What's made them so good so quickly in the tournament?
They've always talking about Nice.
Yeah, they're good. I mean, they're good, but in the tournament they played well.
Yeah, they've always had good defense, but it's not even in this tournament. They're starting to play well in Ligue 1, and it's because they're scoring goals all of a sudden. I don't know where this attack is coming from, but all of a sudden they're scoring goals, and they're a threatening team because it's tough to score on them. So if they can even score one goal, they're tough to beat.
That's the thing. I mean, you got. West Ham obviously is the clear team, but if West Ham runs into a Nice or runs into a one of these teams, and you're in, it's in between.
Mm-hmm.
Take a look at this schedule, because the next fixtures in April, the next tie is. They'll play. They're at Fulham on Saturday, April 9th. And then they are at Arsenal or at home to Arsenal on the 16th, which will be the 17th at that point. So, they those aren't easy games in between those ties. So, if they have to play somebody, look, once again, they're 16th right now. They're 1 point ahead of Everton. So if Everton and Leeds win this weekend, West Ham's in the relegation zone. So they can't just bin off the Premier League games. So if they have those games where they have to play a tough team like a Nice or Villarreal, Anderlecht. I don't know who else would even. No one really else is probably at that level. Basel's not bad. If they have to play somebody like that, it could be tricky. So we'll see. I got same commercial on all 3 TVs at different points.
Gotta love that.
Oof, that's trippy. Yeah, so look, you gotta. I think they gotta. They have to focus on certain things and stuff like that.
Yeah, they're just I don't know. They've been so good in Conference League, and they've been so bad in Premier League. It's weird. At this point, it's just weird because
Yep.
there have been stretches where they got the bye from winning the group in Conference League. They had pretty much a month where they didn't have to play in that last round, and they're still losing Premier League games. So like, it might just not be good enough for the Premier League, but the competition in the Conference League is so bad that they're leagues ahead of everybody. That's the thing, right? Because even Sean was struggling to find another team besides Nice or Villarreal that could even like put up a fight against them. And I agree. Scratching your brain here. Like, it's definitely not going to be Larnaca as we saw today. But like, you're not going to see Istanbul, Besiktas, or anything like that.
He's at Alkmaar, maybe, or Lazio, whoever wins.
Like they're good. They're good teams, but they're not. They're not great.
Yeah, they're just okay. Like, I think Villarreal, who made a semifinal of the Champions League, and a team like that, like, who's always in the top 8 in Spain, could be tricky. But other than that, look, and they should win, but it would be amazing to see if they won that tournament and then got relegated. That would be maybe playing in the Europa League and the Champions.
Good news, bad
like Wigan was. I'll tell you, it was funny because when Wigan was in the Europa League and in the Championship, they made it to like the quarterfinals, and they were in it. Like, they were in with a chance to like get into the semifinals. They made a long run into that Europa League. I think they won 3 ties, or they won 2 ties, 32 and 16, and they were in it against like crazy teams. So, it'd be interesting.
I have a quick trivia question for you boys. It's a baseball one. Who was the catcher for the Netherlands in the first World Baseball Classic? It's a famous name. Give you a hint. He's now a pitcher.
Oh.
Give you a bigger hint. He's now a closer. Give you a bigger hint. He used to play for the Dodgers.
Kenley Jansen?
Yep.
Oh, wow. I guess that is it.
Kenley Jansen came up as a catcher. So he was from Curacao. And so in the first World Baseball Classic, as a Dodger farmhand, he went to the World Baseball Classic as a catcher. That spring, they changed him to a pitcher, and the rest is history. The old saying goes. But Kenley Jansen was a catcher in the first World Baseball Classic, and Xander Bogaerts is the guy who led the way today for them.
Yeah, I was curious to see who they had, and I was looking at their lineup, and I saw they actually have quite a few. Jurickson, Profar.
Those guys hit home runs today.
Yeah, Xander Bogaerts. There's another one, Jonathan Shoup.
Yeah,
they had some big. They had a lot more MLB names I recognize than Korea or China or
2-0 in that
Panama or Cuba.
They're 2-0. You figure if they get one more win, they get out of that. They're going to Tokyo.
Yeah, I'm shocked. Like I said, I didn't know the Netherlands played baseball, just like I didn't know Italians played hockey.
Well, did the Italians win today? They were winning.
They won. So that one, 2-2 going into the 10th inning. They put up 4 runs to win 6-3.
How about it?
Yeah. I looked at their lineup too. I didn't recognize a single name, but they scored 6 runs, beat Cuba 6-3. Cuba and Panama have been disappointing.
I understand that Cuba has no pitching. and their big three lineup, Cespedes and those guys, they haven't been. They've got one hit between the three of them in 2 games. So you're not going to win when your bats are getting you one hit. That's not gonna last. So
Yeah.
and Otani's raking. So that's it's they almost they were leading by score 9-4, bases loaded, and Otani came up with bases loaded. And the guy who I don't know who was doing the game for Fox, but he said that he could hit a walk-off home run, leading 9-4.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Would have mercied them.
yeah, would have brought them to their knees.
But yeah, it's some interesting games, that's for sure.
Yeah, wild, totally wild. They don't play again. The team that from the Netherlands do not play again until Saturday. So, and we established that's when the U.S. plays their game.
Yeah, their first game
So,
after Netherlands has already won the group.
Ron, how we doing on the scores there, buddy? They pretty much everybody finished, or
Yeah, they're getting ready to do the second leg or the second games, second wave. They got 20 people in the studio talking about the games. It's just a random mishmash of people in here.
they got everybody.
It's
There's
weird.
just
They have 5 people in the studio.
one long table.
There's 8 minutes to talk, and you got 5 people in there. Like you can't. The game's about to start. Let's
Everybody gets a minute and 15 seconds, and just go for it.
Who are you? What's it on? I can't see.
It's on Paramount Plus.
Okay. Thank God they got a big desk.
Yeah, it's like so crazy. Like
yesterday, whenever PSG lost, it's like 3 guys automatically said, "You know what? Absolutely, Mbappe should not play here in the summertime. He should go somewhere else." It's like, whoa, okay. Like, yes, he doesn't. He doesn't care. All right.
I mean,
he should go to Manchester United, but he's probably going to go to Madrid. That whole project
should go to Manchester United.
That project will blow up. I mean, if Qatar actually does take over Manchester United, I just don't know how you could keep, they're arguing on Twitter yesterday about this. They've won 28 trophies. They haven't won the Champions League. They got really, really close in 2020, and that the COVID year they lost in the final 1-0, and it was a toss-up game. They ended up not winning it, but that other than that, I mean, they can't even get out of the round of 16 really, or they lost in the round of 16 last year. They have like 6 round of 16 exits, maybe 3 or 4 quarterfinal exits. A semifinal and lost in a final, but it's just a weird team. If Mbappe leaves, Messi's going to leave, obviously. If he ends up leaving and Mbappe leaves, obviously they're going to have to start over. And I don't know. I mean, they have unlimited funds, but how do you start over?
Yeah, maybe they'd look to sell the club.
Maybe
that's why
they're fighting with they're fighting about the stadium.
Well, that's what I mean, right? Like, is it the same Qatar sports investments that's
it's
bidding
different
for Man United?
It's a different one.
Okay, but yeah, I would say like maybe PSG, maybe that's the reason why they want to buy a stadium, because they know it'll raise the price of the team and then they can sell the club.
Yeah, I think it's just a mess there. it's going to be interesting to see what happens with all that. So, second goal was nice for Leverkusen. All these Paramount Plus things are taking you to KYW TV right now. It's I
So
always
everybody's going to Philly.
I always get a little nervous. Like they don't actually sometimes they don't like
Start on time.
they usually do.
Will they go into a news break or something?
No, it's supposed to be there it is. So you have to go out of the app and then go back in. It's a little,
Okay. I see what you're saying. Yeah.
I mean, I'll have the 3 TVs on, but I don't, I'm only going to watch the one game. I don't care about the other games.
All eyes fixed on Man United.
Yeah. It's see how this goes. There we go. Juventus is playing at home. There's about 12 people at the game.
Why?
I don't know. There's nobody there.
Wow. I guess they don't care.
Yeah, there's so many empty seats. Wow. They got a lot of nice plants though in the ready to come out.
A lot of nice plants.
Well, that's good. I mean,
They have those cardboard cutouts to fill the seats with.
yeah.
Make it look like there's fans, like the COVID times.
The old or they could buy the blow up dummies that Ted Turner used to put in the stadium in Atlanta.
Maybe the fans are going to be zooming in.
Right. St. Louis 44, George Mason 30 in the A10 tournament. That's at half. East Carolina 73, South Florida 58. The AAC tournament. The SEC, it's Mississippi State 57, the Gators 51. St. Louis 44, Mason 30 at the half. Ball State's getting crushed. Ohio 75, Ball State 50. And that's second half, 11 minutes in. 11 minutes to go, I'm sorry. Starting very soon, UCF and SMU. And UConn and Providence. That would be a good win in the Big East tournament.
Yeah, that one was supposed to start at 2:30, but I think because the Marquette game went into overtime, they needed the extra half hour.
Pitt and Duke are getting closer. It's 18-6 now. Duke 18, Pitt 6.
So already the Big East tournament, you can just like push that one back. That one's not on time already.
Well, that's nothing new. And just getting started. Ohio State 14, Iowa 13. So Big 12 getting started in a few minutes. West Virginia and Kansas, the 1 seed. So there you go. So we're getting close to the top of the hour, boys. Anything that you want to chat about before we get out of here, so that we can get people, give them a chance to watch some soccer and basketball?
No, just I hope you enjoyed the early games because those were the good ones.
Those were the good ones. So there's
no like crazy there in Manchester.
Oh, there you go.
I heard it was very cold in England yesterday. So.
What else is new?
Was it raining? Well, where was it? It was raining in where was that? That was also in England.
It doesn't usually snow in Manchester. Usually it's because it's on the side of the mountain. It's on the other side of the hills there. So it's pretty crazy that it's actually snowing there.
Well,
it's funny. I was watching my Tottenham AC Milan match yesterday.
Yeah, that was raining. And
literally what my girlfriend said to me, she goes, "Oh my God, they're playing in the rain." And I just looked at her, I go, "It's Tottenham. Like it's not nothing they're not used to." Like,
well, that was a downpour. That was, I mean, that
Yeah,
was,
but they're
no, I
used to
understand
it
what
by
you're
now.
saying. I understand what you're saying, but that was, I mean, that was a gully washer there for a while.
That's
So
why it was 0-0. Literally nothing happened.
no wonder that I couldn't believe that the field was in such good shape. I mean, you'd think that,
Drains really well.
yeah, it'd have to. But,
Unless they're overwatering it for when Man United comes in.
is
Never
that
would.
what they do?
Yeah, to slow. I think they do it. Sean said to slow down the faster teams.
Oh, okay. So it's like the old soaking the infield during when you're watering the grass before the game.
There you go. Baseball does it too. Everybody does it.
Everybody does.
I'm sure the NFL does it on the few fields that are still, what is it, about 50-50 split, AstroTurf and real grass. So that's the beauty of having real grass. Didn't the Bears do that? Like they overwatered the field.
They got fined for it.
Yeah, I remember they did something stupid though. Like they did something like
And
bad. They ruined the field.
They still lost.
And then was it Tampa Bay, or there was a team that like they got criticized for changing the grass like a week before their playoff game or something like that?
I don't.
They literally rolled out brand new grass a week before.
That was probably Washington.
Was it Washington? Somebody did it. I was like, why?
They came.
Foxy's here just in time to talk trash.
He changed his picture.
Time.
Can't even recognize him.
He's got a new picture.
Foxy, you can't do that. Can't do that.
Come in as a. Like Diggs. He's
Hey, while he's here, actually, I want to ask him. I kind of what do you think of Fortaleza tonight, Foxy, and the Copa Libertadores?
I'll see you guys.
Take care.
Yep.
We know that we'll lose him whenever Manchester United comes on.
Oh yeah,
it's a foregone conclusion. Did Foxy answer your question?
Yeah. We'll give him like a minute here, and then
tell him, hey, buddy. Let me see if we've got.
I'm just curious because it's Copa Libertadores, and he's down there obviously in South America, so he's got
the Gators and Mississippi State are tied 57-57 with 30 seconds left.
Wow.
The Gators will figure a way to lose.
I was going to say Mississippi State was destroying them, and the Gators found a way to come back.
Yeah, I know, but as a Gator fan, I know they'll figure out a way to lose. This is not Billy Donovan's Gators. St. Louis and Georgia. The score in the St. Louis and George Mason game, St. Louis 44, George Mason 30, has not changed since last halftime score. But Ball State is getting absolutely crushed by Ohio, 83-56. And that's a 5-4 matchup, Ball State the 4 and Ohio the 5.
Wow.
So there you go, boys and girls. 13 seconds left. It's still 57-57.
He may have left, so.
Oh, he may be watching.
Yeah, he might have just tuned in, dropped a comment, and left.
And left us for other things.
Yeah. Hey, he's going to be watching the games too, so.
Well, there you go, boys and girls.
There he did say. Okay, perfect. There you
go. Yeah, he gave you that. There you go. There you go, Foxy. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Yep, that's good. We're on the same page, Foxy. That's what I like to see. Just wanted to confirm. Definitely.
Want to get that inside.
Yeah, he knows he's down there, right? So
yeah, he's down there. He knows what's going on in Paraguay.
Exactly, right? He's not in Paraguay, but he knows all around what's going all around there. But yeah, no, I totally agree with that. I think they're only like a -167 too, so.
Well, we like to have you around, Foxy. You're our go-to guy in South America. So we should have him as a correspondent.
Yeah, definitely.
Invite you.
Got to talk some Brazilian league when it starts back up again. The real ones, not the state ones.
Right. Not soon, but soon. So anyway, all right. Tell you what, let's let you get out of here because I know you've got some stuff you've got to watch, and I know that everybody else wants to get to the game. And Sean's probably screamed. I love it when Sean tells us who, oh my God, he almost hit the post. We don't know what the game is. We don't know who hit it, but it's almost hit the post. So we'll get it. We'll get it straight from there. We'll get that done. But yeah, it's fun. All right, so let me see if I got a final on the Gator game for us. And regulation 57-57 is in overtime. So thank you guys. I don't know who had the ball, but whoever had the ball didn't get it. All right. So we're going to close out here and we'll be back for a Friday. And we'll have a whole bunch of stuff for the Friday show coming up, boys. Until then, for Amadeus, Sean's gone, but he's here in spirit. We will see you tomorrow. Take care. That's the close. That is not the close. This is the close. You know what? I'll just keep